Hey, so what's good? I am Lisa Medley. I'm an executive coach and I help Black women lead with confidence. So today I want to talk about emotional intelligence, but I want to talk to you about an aspect of it you don't hear a lot about, and that is it's all about balancing your emotional intelligence. Now, let me tell you what that means. But in case this is your first time seeing a video from me about emotional intelligence, let me just backtrack and explain just high level what we're talking about here. So emotional intelligence is essentially how you manage your emotional data. Because remember, emotions are data points. They're telling you, your emotions are telling you that something is happening to cause fear, apprehension, anxiety, happiness, sadness, whatever. And so as things happen to us day to day, we have emotional reactions all the time. And so the real job for us with emotional intelligence is making sure that we can make sense of that data, slowing your brain down, and that's a whole nother video, slowing your brain down long enough for the data, right, to get past the emotion seat to where you can rationally think through, literally up here, think through your response to something. All right. And so the assessment I use in my executive coaching space is called the EQI 2.0. And it measures 15 different competencies associated with emotional intelligence. And so it's everything from how you view yourself, your self-regard, to how you express yourself, which is your self-expression, to how you build relationships, and then your decision making and the way you might manage stress. And 95% of my clients receive an emotional intelligence assessment because, one, I believe it's critical to your success. And I don't care what kind of business you're in. You can own your own business. You can be a leader. You can be a senior leader, or you can be on the front line. Emotional intelligence, all of us should learn ways to master it. And so you get an emotional intelligence assessment, and then you and I work through your results, and I get to help you make meaning of them so that you can make different choices. Now, all that said, I want to share a little bit about balance, because not only are we aiming for, high scores, if you will. I don't like to look at it in terms of scores, whether I got scored high or low or whatever, because it really is all about balance. And when you have balance, you have healthy emotional intelligence. And I'm going to show you an example in a minute where someone is really high in emotional intelligence in one space and low in another. And I'm going to show you what the impact to that is. Okay, so let me get to the example here. Hopefully you can see that. So let's take a look at this example. So in this example, we are looking at self-expression, which is the composite that talks about how you express yourself to others. Your level of assertiveness, which means can you or do you communicate things, communicate your feelings, your beliefs, your opinions without being offensive. That's a kind of assertiveness. And then our independence, right? Can you work free of other people and just do your own thing? And then we want to look at how that balances with the interpersonal composite, which has everything to do with building relationships, your level of empathy, and your social responsibility, which is how you work in teams. Now, for this example, we're only going to hone in on assertiveness, right? And this individual has a 119. Now, for reference, 90 to 110 is sort of in the average. So if you think of a bell curve, if your emotional intelligence in any subscale is below a 90, it's considered low. If you score between 90 and 110 in any subscale, it's in the bell curve, right? So it's average. Most people are kind of within that curve. If you're beyond that 110, and if you hit what's called the leadership bar, which is the top percentile of leaders, then you're really, really strong. And assertiveness is a great place to be strong. I did another video about the reason why assertiveness is a good thing. Having said that, let's take a look at the assertiveness at 119 and the empathy at 94. So now what this tells me is this individual has no problem expressing her views, her opinions, her feelings. Where the challenge for her is, she doesn't always do it in a way that makes other people feel good or make it acceptable in the views from others. So she's not always thinking about how is this going to land on the person I'm talking to, or how might they interpret what I'm saying based on their experience, right? And so she actually shared an example where one of her direct reports was looking to get a promotion. And essentially, it was too soon for that individual to be looking to get a promotion. And because of her style, she laid out the facts. Hey, look, I don't have a problem telling you it's not time yet. You've not been here long enough. What she didn't quite do well is balance that with a little empathy. And that just sounds like, look, I understand that, it's important to you to earn more money. I understand what that might mean to your family or to your lifestyle. But unfortunately, the way the game is played here, we've got to wait another 6 months. So that is sprinkling it with a little bit of empathy. It doesn't water down the message. That's not the goal. The goal is to say what you need to say, but say it in a way that people can hear you. Because when we don't sprinkle empathy, people don't hear you. They tune you out and they call you angry and aggressive. And those are the labels we want to avoid. So remember, it's all about balance, right? All about balance. And I am an executive coach who can help you make sure that, one, you know where you are on the EQ spectrum or EI spectrum, the spectrum of emotional intelligence, when you think about those 15 competencies. And I can also help you create that balance that's so necessary for you to lead with solid authority and lead in a way that others will follow you. So I hope this made sense. I appreciate you listening. Listen, if you want to work with me, my contact information is in the comments or in the description. You can always schedule a call and we can talk about your situation and what you might need. I can be found on LinkedIn, Instagram, a little bit of Facebook. But I'd love to hear from you. So let me know what you think about it in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, I'll see you.